Good afternoon and welcome to Watson Stadium as we get ready for the start of this district matchup between the Hobbs Eagles and the Carlsbad Cavemen. I'm TJ Miracle. I apologize in advance for any weirdness that we may have today because apparently the Hobbs schools updated the firewalls and I didn't get the memo and they didn't let our equipment through, so we are on the phone app and I do not have a tripod, so I'll do the best that I can to follow everything. Certainly hope the volume is okay. We'll follow it and give you the best that we can. For the Eagles, they come in at 10-5-1 on the season, 1-0-1 in district. Of course, the last time we saw them, they played to the tie with Roswell High back here at Watson Stadium last week. For the visiting Carlsbad Cavemen under head coach Mario Fierro, they're having kind of a rough go of it. They are 2-14 on the year, 0-2 in district. So the Eagles looking to keep pace and keep control of their own destiny in the district race here against the Cavemen. The Eagles will be in the home white, or rather the home black kits with white letters and numbers. For the visiting Cavemen, they are in the road whites with the blue letters and numbers. So here we go, district soccer this afternoon here on the Hobbs Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. Again, apologize for the shoddy camera work. I have no tripod, and I'm having to use the phone app because they forgot to update the firewalls and include us. So Hobbs will control off of the kickoff. Now a turnover in midfield. Hobbs will take it through with Galindo. Then it'll come back to one of the defensemen. So Hobbs going to just try and move it up and move it through as they continue to work through the midfield, trying to get it over onto the left wing. And we've got one that could be a possible breakaway as Almanza will go corral it, settle it down. Centering pass goes in. And then back to Almanza. He's going on the left wing, centers it, and a shot no good, but a whistle sounded beforehand, and I think we're going to have a minor infraction on the Eagles. So just underway in this one. The Eagles looking to keep control of their own destiny in district, while Carlsbad looks to get in the win column for the first time in quite a while in their first district win. It'll be a free kick from the 25-yard mark for Carlsbad, and they will kick that one down in front of the Hobbs bench, and it will go out, and it will go over to the Eagles. Again, I apologize for the camera work. I do not have a tripod, so I've got the old Mark I tripod, also known as my arms, following the action. As we don't have our normal camera rig today, we're not able to use our normal setup and systems. So just bear with me, if you will, as Hobbs centering pass, trying to get a man breaking, goes through. Carlsbad defends, and then a long shot, but it'll go wide of the goal. But Hobbs putting on the pressure early. I think that's going to be one of the keys for the Eagles, is to put on the early pressure early and often, and so far they have managed to do just that. 2 minutes gone in this one. Hobbs already spending a lot of time in the Carlsbad end of things. So Carlsbad on the kick in. They will move it back, and their goalkeeper, that's Cifuentes, going to have to come over and get it. He gets away from him, and he'll just have to boot it out. It'll be saved over on the far sideline by one of the Cavemen, stolen away by the Eagles, moving it into the middle of the pitch, stolen away. Carlsbad just going to try and kick it away as they go over to the far side. Also dealing with a little sun, so you're going to see the sunspots on the camera this afternoon, at least till the sun gets down behind the I can't think all of a sudden. Behind Tidings Auditorium, there we go. As Hobbs will kick it in. As Carlsbad will take it away, and now they will work it up the far sideline. Villalobos over there playing spoiler as Carlsbad tries to move it through. Hobbs will take it away. Off the foot of Dominic Salas, back in the defense, and they'll settle it down with Astorga. Astorga will kick a long one back down the field, come off of the foot of one of his teammates, that is Almanza. But Carlsbad doing a nice job taking it away and sending it back up the pitch. Carlsbad now looking for a little bit of a breakthrough. Nice job as Giovanni Juarez, their leading scorer and shot taker, tried to split two Hobbs defenders. That did not work. Back on the Hobbs side of midfield. Carlsbad a little bit out of the foot of King as he'll feed it up, going into the right wing, centering pass, and a shot in on goal, and a great stop by Diego Castanon as that shot right up the gut for the Cavemen, but the stop for the Eagles. No score yet in this one. Carlsbad with the first shot on goal, and it was a beaut. They put on the pressure now. A long shot going to bounce in as that one is going to be easily stopped by Castanon. As King puts another one in on net. So Hobbs going to try and figure out a way to get some more pressure as Castanon will send it back down the pitch. Good bounce right at midfield off of the heel of one of the Eagle defenders, or one of the Eagle forwards, I should say. Now they'll work it forward. Now they've got a potential breakaway going on the left side with Camacho. Picks the shot, but it is blocked as coming up trailing and getting a piece of that one was Urquidez for the Cavemen. But Hobbs with a nice look there. It was only the hustle play by Carlsbad that got that one stopped. So it'll be Alexis Sanchez on the throw-in for the Eagles, and he will get it immediately back. Trying over for the left wing. Hobbs going to try the long shot with Camacho. Bounces out as that one was blocked again, and Carlsbad just going to boot it away and over into their own bench. 5 minutes have elapsed here in the first period of this one. No score. Each team with some opportunities. Hobbs does not yet have an official shot on goal, but now Carlsbad will take it away on the inbound. They're going to start it back up. Working on the right wing. A little dribble, a little slow up, centering pass. Hobbs will take it away, but it'll bounce off one of the Cavemen. That's Juarez. Juarez will take it back. Moves through, and then a long shot in from the 20-yard mark, and that one is going to be tipped as it goes over the head of Castanon. So Juarez will take Carlsbad's third shot as Hobbs. So far, the defense has let Carlsbad leak through. Carlsbad 3 shots through the first 5 minutes. Hobbs still looking for their first one. The Eagles will come back the other way on the run. It'll be Morales. Morales taking it up the far left wing. Going for the wide angle shot to slide. Tackle by King, and that one will go out of the back and off the end line. So it should be, I'm thinking, Hobbs' ball. It is. It'll be a corner kick. And it looks like that's what they are signaling. So it'll be Dylan Galindo to go over and take the corner kick from the southeast corner of the stadium. So a set play now for the Eagles. So the Eagles set up as Galindo sends it out to about the 10-yard mark. And on the header, and that one is in! Light the lamp, the Hobbs Eagles strike first off of the head of Juan Camacho. Camacho will take it in at the 6:18 mark of the first period, and the Hobbs Eagles take the early 1-0 lead. They took advantage of the corner kick and send it in, and the Eagles up early 1-0. Good kick by Galindo and a good leap there by Camacho. Got the head on it and put it in. So the Eagles with the early 1-0 lead. Important district match as the Eagles and the Cavemen both completing the first half of district play. King, a little stutter step, will dribble, goes back to the middle, That is Parker Hamill, and he'll be forced to send it back to one of his midfielders. Now they'll reset on the defensive side. Going over, Hobbs trying to take it away, and they will. Then another long kick and going over. Sanchez taking it in from the right wing. Has to slow it up, got a little bit deep in. Centers it out, and another shot in and deflected before it can go in as Sanchez came in the back door and tried to get it in, but it was deflected right at the last minute. So Carlsbad dodging a bullet. Hobbs trying to take the early 2-0 lead. Now it'll be a corner kick for the Eagles from the far right side. Send that one right in on net. Another header attempted, but that one goes the wrong way, and it'll go out to one of the Carlsbad defenders. Hobbs continues to fight. That's Camacho as he will battle midfield with Juarez. Juarez gets away, finds a little room. He'll start bringing it up now. He'll come near side. Running up is going to be Workman, as Workman just has to send it back. As now King will settle it down, one of the Carlsbad defenders. And trying to work it through. Hobbs putting on the pressure, leading 1-0. 8 minutes gone here in the first. Carlsbad trying to get a run. Coming up in the middle, Juarez with a little slide up and through, just a soft shot. That will be stopped. So 4 shots on goal, none of them have found their way through yet on senior keeper Diego Castanon. Hobbs just a long pop down the field, into the middle, and a battle for it. Off the head, Hobbs trying to get position. A Carlsbad player goes down, and Carlsbad will head it out with Hamill. And then Villalobos will head it right back as it'll bounce over and a whistle sounds on the far sideline. And it'll be out. It'll be a throw-in for the Cavemen. While we've got a moment, a big thank you to all of the great folks who make Hobbs Eagle Sports possible. They're on Hobbs Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com. See them there at the bottom of your screen. We couldn't do it without their help and support. A Hobbs Eagle doubleheader tonight. The Hobbs Lady Eagles right now in Lovington, taking on the Lovington Lady Cats on the volleyball floor. A partner in crime, Dawn Morgan, with that over on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and Lee County News and Sports. 1-0 our score here. Off of the inbound, Hobbs will control. Moving it backwards, looking for some room. To Villalobos off the pass. He'll slide it into the middle of the pitch. Galindo gets one. It'll be a runner on the far side. Sanchez, a little stutter step, puts it in, and a stop by Cifuentes. Third shot on goal for the Eagles off of the rebound. Hobbs continues to fight for it in the far side. Moving it over. Hobbs moves it around, and then it'll just be popped out of the back, and it'll go over to Carlsbad. But good pressure on by the Eagles. 3 shots. 1 has found the back of the net. Carlsbad 4 shots thus far, and they have yet to tally a score. 10 minutes have elapsed here in the first half of this one. Things look a little weird. It's because I'm actually using the phone camera, and I do not have a phone tripod, as a long squibber just goes through everybody and gets to Castanon, and he will send it across the pitch. And back out, so Hobbs going to work on the attack, leading 1-0 as that one out. And just a bit of an oopsie, and so it'll go over to the Carlsbad Cavemen. Again, I guess firewalls got updated, and they forgot to let us know. And forgot to include our equipment in the firewall updates. But by the next time we're here, I have a feeling we will have that fixed. As that one will just get popped out. It'll be a throw-in for Hobbs, I got to think, as one of the Eagles goes all the way across the pitch to get that one. Fair crowd on hand for a Tuesday night soccer match as the throw-in goes back as the Eagles bring it in. And they'll work their way trying to find a little room as Hamill will just head that one out. Just on the Carlsbad side of midfield. 11 minutes gone here in the first. Hobbs leading it 1-0. And on the throw-in, Carlsbad will just head it immediately back out. So Hobbs will come over to toss it back in. 1-0 on a goal at the 6:18 mark by Juan Camacho. On the throw in, a big header that Carlsbad will come through and take as Juarez took it down and then goes down, as that one going to roll all the way out the backside. And it'll be a throw in deep in Hobbs territory as the Eagles will retreat. On the throw-in, gets over everybody. Carlsbad going to keep trying to put the pressure on as that one out. So Carlsbad will have a throw-in on the far side. Thanks for being with us on this Tuesday night. Sun's starting to go back down behind Tidings Auditorium. Hopefully that will improve the picture quality some. Nothing I can do about the camera movement. As Hobbs finds a little room, they'll start it up the other way, and a tackle at midfield and a whistle. Should be a free kick at midfield for the Eagles. As one of the Carlsbad players, I believe that was Hamill, did the slide job into Galindo. So it'll be a free kick for Hobbs from midfield. So a chance for a set play. And to send it down. As Hamill goes back down and sits down, the official's going to come over and check on him. And we'll just keep the clock running. Now he's up. You certainly hope he's all right. And the defensive slide tackle might have gotten the worst end of that one. He will come out. There will be a sub going in for the Cavemen as I shift arms here. Pardon me. So Hobbs will send a sub in as well. Number 19, Jaden Gerald, will check in. Coming in for the Cavemen, it'll be Derek Soto. Soto going to check in for Hamill. And it'll be a free kick for the Eagles. We'll have a little free time here in the first. They have continued to keep the clock moving. 26 minutes and extra time on the clock, as the Eagles will set it up and send it on towards net off of the bouncer. Going to bounce in the middle of a whole bunch of people. The Eagles trying to gain control of it deep in the Carlsbad zone. They'll have to move it out. Centering pass goes over and then over the head of everybody as off of the foot of Gerald. The Eagles will take their fourth shot of the match, one of which has found the back. They lead it 1-0. And Gerald had the opening and took it. It's what you like to see, as Carlsbad will just send it softly in. Now they'll send it more out towards the midfield, bouncing ball, and it'll be picked up by the Eagles and Salas, but he'll get his pocket picked as Juarez will come up the middle. Salas gets on him. They'll feed it over to the left wing, now back into the middle, then trying the cross-pitch pass. Hobbs will intercept that one and bring it back the other way. Eagles on the run. That one going to be popped away. Villalobos right at midfield. Nifty little move to get around one, and then he'll send the bouncing ball up. It'll be a foot race, and coming over will be Cifuentes to grab that one before anybody can take any offensive action on it, and he'll send it back down the field to the midfield with Galindo. And Galindo going to send the bouncing ball down again. They are trying to get Morales going up the left wing. That one is going to be booted away and out on the near side. Throw in for Hobbs deep in Carlsbad territory. 25 minutes and probably a little stoppage time remaining here in the first half. So Villalobos up to toss it in. That one will be chested into the middle, or Carlsbad will take it and just take it right back down the pitch. Or Hobbs will try and settle it down with Astorga. Astorga just going to send it all the way back to Castanon. Who then will come near side to Salas. Salas goes cross pitch. The Eagles going to try and get the offense moving again. 24 minutes approximately remaining, going up the deep right wing. Hobbs trying the centering pass. They get it through and a shot on goal and light the lamp. The Hobbs Eagles with the centering pass right in the middle of the pitch. Put another one in, and they lead this one 2-0 on the shot by Nathan Almanza. Almanza comes in at the 15:48 mark of the first, and Hobbs will take the lead in this one by a score of 2-0. So the 2-0 lead, the Hobbs Eagles up in this one on a great pass from, I believe that was Galindo, into the middle. And open lane, wide open. Almanza took the shot and hammered it by Christopher Cifuentes. Fifth shot for Hobbs. You like that percentage. 40% of them have found the back. Keep doing that. You might be able to just run away with this one. To Juarez, nifty little move going to the center of the pitch. Gets a screen from Castellon, and he'll send a bouncer down. Hobbs just going to send it back out a little ways as they continue to work through. Carlsbad ball. Now over on to the near side with Hamill, who's back in. Hamill battles with Salas, and it'll go out of the back line and should be a corner kick for the Cavemen. And it will be, and Juarez will take the corner kick from the northeast corner. Carlsbad only puts one man in close. They set everybody else back up around 20 yards beyond the goal. And on the kick in, everybody goes up for the header. It'll find its way through. Hobbs with a nice job at the net will sweep that one away and back out of trouble. Hobbs tries to calm it down in front of their bench as they'll move it through with Sanchez. Sanchez, nifty little move, gets around a Carlsbad defender. He'll feed it up, gets it to Almanza. Almanza rolling ball into the middle, finds its way through everybody. Carlsbad defender will get to it first and send it out back at the midfield. So the Cavemen going to come over with Salas. He'll toss it in. The Eagles with Salas. As King will chest it up and send it back to midfield. Salas battling with a Caveman defender, and then down goes Salas as Wattis bumped him pretty good. So will it be a throw-in or a free kick? Going to be a free kick for the Eagles. From just to the left of their own bench, Hobbs moving right to left. That is attacking the south goal. The Eagles going to set it up. Send the attackers and the midfielders down a bit. As preparing to send it in is Astorga. So Astorga will send it away high onto the far side of the pitch. Bounce to Villalobos in the middle. On the pass, goes back to the middle. A little bouncer, Villalobos onto the far side. Hobbs gives chase, and nice job shooting it back in is Gerald. But it gets over the head of a Hobbs backfielder. That's Galindo, and then goes over the far side. Hobbs will control again, and a long bouncer put in by Sanchez. Coming out to collect that, Cifuentes, who will boot it back towards the midfield, and Carlsbad going to try and get their offense moving along. 21 minutes plus stoppage time remaining here in the first. Hobbs leading 2-0 in this major district matchup. Hobbs still controls their own destiny if they win this one, as they will start moving it back up the field, working it onto the far side, trying to get Camacho. They do. Carlsbad gets to him quickly, and they will block off the route, as pushing him off of the ball is Carlos Medrano, and then back out as Carlsbad will take back over. So Wattis with a long inlet pass down. Foot race up, and Hobbs will pop that one away with Almanza, and it'll go out. So it'll be a throw-in for Carlsbad as they try and put a little pressure on at the halfway mark of this first half. Hobbs leading this one 2-0. And on the throw-in, Eagles going to try and move it out as Wattis will settle it off the foot. Comes near side, looks for some room. Hobbs does a nice job just sending it back and away. So Carlsbad going to bring an extra attacker, and then one well out of the back of the end zone and off of the end line. Back over to Hobbs. Just under 20 minutes remaining here in this first half of play. Eagles have tallied twice in the first half. First with Camacho, the 6-minute mark. Then Almanza in the 15-minute mark. So Hobbs going to send it back in. Bouncing ball right to the middle of the pitch where Carlsbad will take it. Hobbs comes out and defends on it. Comes back. Hobbs looking to control it. Pretty good battle right in the middle of the pitch with Sanchez. Carlsbad will take it back with Juarez. His little dipsy-do with the ball. Comes away with it. And will send it down off the foot of Salas. The Eagle D tries to settle it down. Now they'll send it back into the midfield. Ball continues to move around, and then another chip and chase coming in for the Eagles. It is a foot race. Hobbs has an open look at the net, and just a sweet slide and a sweet goal as Hobbs gets the bouncer in, light the lamp, as the Hobbs Eagles get this a 3-0 game, as the Hobbs wing came in and did his job. He for sure who that was. As credit that goal to Andrick Morales. It comes at the 21:08 mark of the first, and Hobbs is now up by a score of 3-0. Still just barely past halfway in this first half. Hobbs with 6 shots on goal, half of them have found the back of the net. As that one will go out as the Hobbs Eagles offense has come to play, but you can't forget they have had some magnificent defensive plays too. Dangerous corner kick where Carlsbad did wind up with a look at the open net. Just in the scrum of things, Castanon got trapped up on the right side, and I believe it was Astorga who came over and made a save with his feet. So Hobbs going to try and Stretch this one out some more. 3-0, and it'll be another chip and chase. Going up the deep left side and a slide tackle, and that'll be a penalty kick for the Eagles from around the 20-yard mark. As Carlsbad just having to come in and knock down the Eagle attacker over on the far side, Sanchez. So set play time for the Eagles. They can make this a 4-0 game right here from just over 20 yards out. And in just a little bouncer and in and light the lamp. The Eagles do it again, this time off the foot of Alex Gomez. And it will come at the 22-28 mark of the first as the Eagles offense is rolling. They now lead this one by a score of 4-0. So 4-0, and we are just barely past the halfway mark of this first half. The Eagles offense have lit the lamp, fired the cannon, whatever you want to call it, 4 times. And lead this one now 4-0. In the JV game right before this one, the Hobbs JV winning 1-0. So congratulations to them. And now the Hobbs varsity trying to just put this one away and maybe go home a little early tonight. And one thing about Carlsbad, they are never going to stop, and if you give them an opening, they will take it. So Hobbs collapses in. They'll just send a little shooter as Hobbs takes it away. Another potential slide tackle and a whistle. And we will have a minor infraction on Carlsbad, another free kick for the Eagles. So the free kick in. It is a long bouncer down, gets through everybody. Screening out one of the Hobbs players was a Carlsbad defender. If you'll excuse me a minute, got to set the camera down, got to get a drink of water. I will continue to explain what I see as that one goes out. Off of the foot of an Eagle on the throw-in and over the caveman bench is okay. There we go. We are back. So it'll be a caveman throw-in. Try and reset and recenter the, refocus up the camera here. And it looks like Carlsbad may be preparing to send their backup keeper into the match. So on the throw-in, and I'm aware the camera is having problems. I will see what I can do on that here momentarily. 15:28 remaining, first half. Villalobos takes it. It'll be a chip and chase on the breakaway and a slide that goes just wide as Gamez with another opportunity to put it into the basket and just sends it a little bit wide. All right, there we go. I think maybe, let's see if we can clear the camera up just a bit. So it'll be a kick in for the Cavemen. There we go. So the camera is refocused. Thank you for bearing with me tonight here on HobbsAmerica.com and Hobbs Sports YouTube channel with some technical difficulties, having to use basically the emergency broadcast system, which is my cell phone, and an app for our software. As Carlsbad will send it bouncing back down. Hobbs leads this one 4-0. As this one will come to the near side. Ooh, and there's a bump tackle. No call. As Salas took it in the chest from Isaiah Castillon. They probably ought to tell their football team about that. Kid's got some size. And a pretty good chest bump there. On the throw-in, around the midfield stripe, it'll go back to King. And he tries to send it cross pitch, but knocked away by the Eagles and Camacho, who had the first Eagle goal of the evening. 3 goals later, the Eagles leading this one 4-0. So King on the throw-in, and we will have a minor infraction away. And so it'll be a Hobbs throw-in from back up by the Carlsbad bench. Eagles playing extremely quickly. Kicking again to space and into Carlsbad. Cavemen will take it with Deshaun Smith. And he'll try and move it over to Juarez. Smith will have to come back and get it. It'll come over to the near side. Hobbs, one of their attackers, coming back with Almanza. And a whistle as that one goes out. It'll be Carlsbad ball. So it'll be a free kick for the Cavemen. It looks like it'll be Urquidez, the junior D-man, to come in and kick it in from right under the broadcast booth. He will send that one high down towards the Eagle net, and the Eagles go up over everybody, headed away. Now Hobbs will try and come back on the defense. They've got a runner going down as Camacho taking it up the right wing as Cifuentes is going to come out and corral that one before Camacho can get to it and potentially take another shot as back down the pitch into the middle of the field. Back we go. Hobbs going to send it back to the defenders. Now they'll try and start it up again as Smith. Nice job blocking through that one and getting to it. Battle at midfield for the Eagles and Sanchez. Sanchez loses the ball, but then comes right back over to it as Hamill. He'll be off his foot and out, and he will be face guarding on the throw-in. And they're going to say that, that on the throw-in, all right, a little minor infraction, so it'll be Carlsbad throw-in now. 11 minutes, 53 seconds remaining here in the first half of play. Hobbs leading this one 4-0. On a long throw-in, it'll go out off the heel of one of the Eagles. So Carlsbad trying to put in some more pressure on the throw-in now from Workman. Workman to Hamill. Hamill sends it into the middle. Hobbs will just head it away and then send it back out towards the middle of the pitch, where King will come up. He will take it, settle it down, and then send it over to Smith. Smith, a little slow roller in. Hobbs will come over and take it. Castanon comes out and just settling things down for the Eagles. And Diego will send it back out to the middle of things, and that gets away from everybody, but a Carlsbad D-man will come up and flip the field on the Eagles as it comes into the middle and over to the far side. Carlsbad trying to find a little pressure. Hobbs wouldn't mind finding the back of the net again with 10 minutes plus a little stoppage time left here in the first. On the centering pass, Sanchez gets it out, and they will try and get the runner going to Camacho. Once again, Camacho fights with Hamill, who will just send it out the near side, and so Hobbs will have a throw-in. And the side judge on this side blowing a whistle, as we'll have a sub checking into the ball game for the Eagles. Who will do the throw-in is Dylan Galindo coming back in. So Galindo will send it out back onto the pitch as we are under 10 to play plus stoppage time here in the first half. So Galindo sends that one in. It'll be headed away by one of the Carlsbad D-men. Then Salas right back into the middle of the pitch. Ball loose, battle for it, going towards the middle, kicking it towards the deep right corner. Hobbs on the run, going to try and save it before it goes out. It'll be corralled, and then it will go out, and it should be a corner kick for the Eagles in the southwest corner. Last time Hobbs had a corner kick, they put it into the back of the net. They would like to do the same here. A little bit slower kick than this time. Now they'll bounce it into the middle, and a whistle sounds. Have a minor infraction in the middle on the Eagles. So we'll bring it back out. And Carlsbad will boot this one away. 4-0 for the Eagles. And a long inbound as Villalobos goes back and gets over his head. He has to fight with Hamill, gets down there, Hamill with it. Villalobos will pick his pocket and then send it back up on the near side and then goes out. Hobbs ball on the far side. 8:35 plus stoppage remaining here in the first. So Villalobos to throw it in. And then a long one down, and it is a bouncer. If it can be settled down and controlled, could be trouble for the Cavemen. Eagles will settle it down now on the chase in, and a nice little screen by the Carlsbad defender, not going to allow Brandon Almanza to get to it and get a shot on goal, as they'll send it back down, and it'll come out right at midfield. So Caveman throw in. Battle for control. Work in front of the Hobbs bench. Comes back out to midfield, where it'll be Carlos Medrano who takes it. Medrano over, bouncing ball. Hobbs' D-men have done a nice job tonight thus far. Now another bouncer down, trying to control it. A couple of Eagles, a couple of Cavemen on the far side. It's away from Villalobos, but coming over and heading it back out of trouble. And a whistle. Should be a free kick for, yep, it will be a free kick for the Cavemen. They'll be at about the 40-yard line on the football field, and at the 50-yard mark on the football field. They'll set it down 35 yards, so 45 out from the net. And on the kick in, the set play, trying to get the header in, and that one is going to bounce through and out of the back line, and they're going to say off Hobbs, so it'll be a corner kick for the Cavemen. This is where they've had their most success of the night. Almost got a goal. If it hadn't been for a fantastic play by the Hobbs D, this could be a 4-1 ball game, or at the time it was 2-0. So could have made things a lot different. So that'll be Hamill on the corner kick near side. He'll come up and he will send it through and into the middle and over everybody. Carlsbad trying to head it off as it'll go out of the far sideline. Pardon me, and over to the Eagles. 6 minutes remaining here in the first half. Hobbs leading 4-0. Subs coming in for the Eagles for this last little push. Luis Nunez coming in. I'll catch the other numbers as I can. Also checking in Austin Almanza. And on the throw-in, the Eagles will send it back to the middle. Now bring up the attackers as the Turf Monster gets one. As the Eagles battling. Going to get a bouncer as Almanza goes for it. Two Cavemen come up and trap him up and try and start it back the other way. Nice little stutter step there for the Eagles. They'll send it through and off of the foot. Too hard, too far, and a whistle and minor infraction on Hobbs. So 5 minutes and 10 seconds to go, plus a little stoppage time, I'm sure. Here in the first, Hobbs leading it 4-0. Hobbs Lady Eagles playing tonight over on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and Lee County News and Sports. They're taking on the Lovington Lady Cats. Volleyball action tonight. My partner in crime, Don Morgan, with that. Up in Lovington. Lee County battle. There's a lot of sports this week. 14 games overall between all of our county teams. Matter of fact, Jal and Tatum playing volleyball right now on the Jal Sports YouTube channel. And on the Tatum Sports YouTube channel, I do believe. So Hobbs tries to get it again. We've got a breakaway going through on the one-on-one. Put it in and put the shot through. Light the lamp. The Hobbs Eagles have put a 5 spot on the board and score that goal for Nathan Almanza. His second comes at 35-44 of the first. So Nathan Almanza, one away from the hat trick, and the Eagles go up in this one by a score of 5-0. The Eagles playing extremely well. So the offense has taken advantage when they could. Of course, if you get into a situation where you got tiebreakers, points matter. I can't remember what the goal number is in soccer, but you want as many as you can get. So, Monza with it. He'll send another bouncer down. King will back that one up. Working through, going over is Almanza, the other Almanza, onto the far left wing, and we'll have another penalty. Minor infraction on Hobbs. 3 minutes, 45 seconds remaining here in the first half, I should say. All Hobbs in this one, 5-0. As Hobbs has taken 10 shots, and 5 of them have found the back of the net. And 3:25 to go. Hobbs wouldn't break their heart to put another one on the board if they could get the opportunity to do so. Carlsbad going to keep fighting, though. That's one thing I know about Carlsbad and about Hobbs, too. They are never going to give up, no matter what the score says. "5-0, Hobbs in the lead on the long throw-in. As it'll come out to the Eagles. That's Giancarlo Castanon. Yeah, Giancarlos. There's an S there. Giancarlos will throw it in. And Hobbs going to chip and chase. Try to again with Alexis Sanchez, and it'll go out off of King. Should be an Eagle throw-in with 2:35 plus some stoppage remaining in the first. As the ball will come back in from one of the near side players. It'll be Austin Almanza to throw it in. Gets it in. Sanchez with a look. Kicks it and put the biscuit in the basket. Light the lamp as Alexis Sanchez off of the throw-in. He will score it at the 27:45 mark of the first. And the rout is officially on here at Watson Stadium. 6-0. The Eagles are taking it to the Cavemen. Wow, wow, wow. And we've still got 2:15 to go in this one. The scoring has come in bunches for Hobbs. So Hobbs might be thinking 10-point mercy rule at this point. You don't want to get ahead of yourself, but you could get another one before the half. Oh my goodness, as we are with 2 minutes remaining. Another chip and chase going up the right wing on the bounce. The kick, and yes, sir! Make it 7-0 as the Hobbs Eagles take it through once again. Let me find that young man. Turn around so I can see your number, sir. And that will be a score by Nathan Almanza. He has got the hat trick in extra time of the first. So Nathan Almanza makes this a 7-0 lead in favor of Hobbs. So 7-0, my goodness gracious. And yeah, something tells me second half we're going to see a new goalkeeper for the Cavemen here. It actually comes at the about 39-13 mark. And so the whistle sounds. We will have, going to have subs coming in. It's Fabian Segovia, the freshman, will check in. The Eagles will send it in, up 7-0. Still in the first half. We'll get into extra time here. Hobbs going to try and put another one on the board. On the rundown, going to the far side, and a big tackle out at the 15, and no call on the play. No call on the tackle. It'll just be a throw-in for Hobbs on the far side. They lead it 7-0. Eagles in control on the light throw-in. Comes back to the Eagle on the far sideline. Bodied off of it by the Cavemen. And they'll just send it out and go over to Hobbs. We should be in extra time now. And on the throw-in, it'll be Salas. Salas to Astorga. And then into the middle, it'll be bodied up by Workman, and he'll send one forward. Gets past the Eagles. On the race over to the far side. Trying to find an angle on it is Medrano. Medrano to the middle. Astorga gets him up. Now Hobbs going to try and turn it up once again. They'll send a roller. Chip and chase once again. It's a foot race. And this time the Cavemen will win it. But Hobbs is there as Carlsbad just going to have to send that one out of danger. So another throw in for the Eagles from the far sideline. If Hobbs could somehow make this 8-0 at half, that would be something. So into the middle of the pitch, Carlsbad just tries to send it out of harm's way back to Salas at midfield. And he will slide it back. Hobbs going to work at midfield. Now the pass up. As Carlsbad sends it back down the pitch and out. So another throw in for Hobbs. They may have time for maybe one more rush. I didn't see an indication of how long they were going to let this one continue. Of course, in high school soccer, you do have a 10-run mercy rule or a 10-goal mercy rule. And Hobbs has already got 7. And the Eagles just playing back. Carlsbad laying back too. Now Hobbs will send it down as the bouncer goes through. King will come over and intercept it for the Cavemen and kick it out into the Caveman bench. And they believe they are going to say Carlsbad throw in. They will. Again, I apologize for the camera work. I'm using the Mark I camera tripod, also known as the arm, because our having to use the phone backup, the emergency phone backup for our broadcast tonight. But we've got it on for you. And the Eagles going to try again. Sending it deep into the zone, off the header, on the run, and a kick in and a save as the Eagles put a shot in, and finally the save made. Christopher Cifuentes, 12 shots for Hobbs, and 7 of them have found the back of the net. Some nights it's just not your night, and it has not been the night for Cifuentes. Hobbs' offense has given him fits. And it'll go out. It'll be Hobbs' throw in. They'd like to get another one here in extra time in the first. Then the run up the middle, a little hesitation step. And the Cavemen are just going to send it out rolling near side. They are letting a lot of extra time go in this, and we've played about 5 minutes of extra here. And so into the middle of the pitch, Hobbs controls it, looking for a little room to move as Castillon over to the far right side, and a slide tackle, or wow. The Eagle went down, so I guess a good tackle on the far side by King. No, that was Hamill, pardon me. And out, but it'll be a corner kick for the Eagles. Still in extra time here in the first. Hobbs in control of this one. Is that one bouncing ball into the middle and a whistle? And an infraction on Hobbs. As the Hobbs faithful hollering, don't let up, don't let up. And that will do it for the first half of play, I do believe. Yes, it will. All Hobbs in the first half as they lead this one by a score of 7-0. I'm going to go ahead and set the camera down and let my arms rest for just a second, just a few minutes. As in that first half, Nathan Almanza with the first half hat trick scores at 15-48, 35-44, and then an extra time for the hat trick. Also scoring Alexis Sanchez at the 27:45 mark. Juan Camacho got things started off at 6:18 of the first. Then Andrick Morales banging one home at 21:08. And Alex Gamez on a breakaway at 22:28. That accounts for the 7 Hobbs Eagle goals in the first half. So we will take a timeout. I'm going to let my arms rest and my voice take a break. And we'll be back in just a couple of minutes for the second half. All Hobbs in this one. Hobbs 7, Carlsbad nothing. Hobbs Eagle Soccer continues in a moment here on the Hobbs Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. And welcome back to Hobbs Eagle Soccer here on Hobbs Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm TJ Miracle. Welcome back to Watson Stadium. 7-0. Yeah, your eyes do not deceive you. 7-0 in favor of the Hobbs Eagles as they absolutely dominated the first half. And again, I apologize for the camera work and the sound as we found out we were going to have technical difficulties when we got here. We will have it fixed though before the next home volleyball, football, or soccer games, I do hope. So we will switch sides of the field. Hobbs leading 7-0. 7 goals on just 12 shots for the Eagles in that first half. Nathan Almanza picking up the hat trick in the first half. So Hobbs may be looking to get out of this one early and call it a night if they can get up to the 10-goal lead. Again, I apologize. I'm using the Mark I tripod tonight, also known as my arms, because I don't have a phone tripod. We found out we were going to have data problems from up here, and so I'm using the emergency backup, which is also known as my phone camera, and the app that uses our broadcaster and goes through the YouTube channel and everything. But thanks for putting up with me tonight, and the camera and the sound that may not be quite what you're used to. Not quite what I'm used to. So it'll be Carlsbad ball as we start this one off. Hobbs comfortably in control of this one. You know, Carlsbad never going to give up, though. And Carlsbad, I do believe, nope, they kept their... They're going to keep Cifuentes in the game. They were warming up their backup keeper. So Hobbs will get it and head back into their own territory and just try and move it down. Carlsbad takes it away. Carlsbad showing a little fight and a little fire, but a whistle sounds. And I think we're going to have a free kick. Be a free kick or a penalty kick. Yeah, it'll just be a free kick from out around the 20-yard mark, so that's the 10-yard line. So a set play, and Juarez will take the shot for Carlsbad. Carlsbad just with 5 shots in that first half. So the Cavemen going to try and set things up. Casting on. Keeps an eye on things in the cage as they wait to clear it. So there we go, as Juarez will send it in, and it is high over the net, through the uprights, but that doesn't help you in the game of soccer, football, if you will. So it'll be Hobbs ball with a commanding lead. Is that ball just going to keep rolling? It's going all the way back over to the maintenance shed. As Castanon goes over and corrals that one, and he'll bring it back in. Hobbs just on a light kick. Now they will start moving it down the pitch. You might see some of the younger players get a little time here in the second half as that one will come back down. Carlsbad going to try and put some pressure on. That one into the middle of the pitch. Carlsbad with a long shot in, and a great diving save for the Eagles. We may have a new keeper. I think that's still casting on, but let me double check. And again, I apologize about the camera. That's 0-0. That may be De La Cruz. So we're going to say De La Cruz is in as the keeper. So he gets his first save. A nice job. But now it'll be a corner kick for the Cavemen. 2.5 minutes gone here in the second half. And on the corner kick, that one over the head of everybody, heads towards the far sideline. Hobbs will control it, tries to settle it down. Now a little give and go, but it'll be stolen away by the Cavemen at midfield and then coming back the other way. The Cavemen send a slow roller right into the middle, and another shot up and blocked out by the Hobbs defenders. Carlsbad will take it away and just start their attack once again. Carlsbad playing much more aggressively. They don't want to get this one any further behind than it is, and that one will go out, and it'll be a throw-in for the Cavemen on the far side. Just underway, second half. All Hobbs, but Carlsbad continuing to fight, as you would expect. They'll move that one in the middle. It's a steal for Hobbs, bringing it up. And sending it up and then off the back of one of the cavemen and out. So Hobbs will have it as they run folks up, and a whistle. Not sure what they were whistling on that one. It's throwing for Hobbs at midfield. Now we're going to have a sub check into the game. That'll be Gamez coming back in, as he will check in for Orlando Galindo, who got the start in the second half. So on the throw-in, Eagles moving it around. That's Sanchez. Sanchez, one of the goals in the first half, looking for some room, and he'll go down. And it'll go out off of him under pressure from the caveman on the far side. So a Carlsbad throw-in over the head of everybody. Carlsbad sending 3 men up on the attack, trying to bounce it through. And we will have collision central down at the 20-yard mark as an Eagle and a caveman get tied up. And it'll be a free kick for Carlsbad, so they've got another golden opportunity here. Now De La Cruz back in the cage for Hobbs. Hobbs getting some of their younger players some time in, so a free kick for the cavemen, trailing by 7. And the kick is up, and that one going to be blocked by the Hobbs defenders and out. Nice job by the Eagles as it'll go out the back line. A nice job there for the Eagles, but it'll be a corner kick now for the cavemen. And that's going to be Hamill to come over to the southeast corner. Hobbs has not put on any pressure through the first 5 minutes of this second half. They don't have to. They're in command, 7-0. Oh, Hamill on the kick in, and the header, and that one is going to be off the crossbar. And a shot off the crossbar. Hobbs dodging the bullet right there, and so the Eagles will bring it back up and then out on the far side, and it'll be out off one of the cavemen. So the Eagles to toss it in. Some more subs waiting to come into the match for Hobbs as Carlsbad will steal away the throw-in. Hobbs sends it up, has a man up. That one just going to come cross-pitch. But there's 2-1 on the near side, and Carlsbad will just sweep that one out. So now the Eagles with an opportunity to get a little pressure on. 6 minutes exactly gone here in the second half of play. The throw in for Hobbs. Into the middle with Sanchez, and he'll turn around and fire that one in, and that will be a stop for Carlsbad. 13th shot on goal for Hobbs. And they'll send it back to the midfield where Salas will take it to Villalobos in the middle, now coming near side with Mercado just checking in. Carlsbad sending it back in to the Eagles side, and they'll settle it down, and now they'll start it back the other way. Eagles slide it over. Villalobos sends it up. It's a bouncer. Could be, and up offsides on Hobbs, or is there a whistle away? Whistle away from the ball. No offsides. It'll be a free kick. As the Eagles trying for the chip and chase that has worked to perfection tonight. So into the middle of the pitch, directing traffic is Bana. And Hobbs will just take that one out over the far side and out. So a throw in on the sideline, far sideline for the cavemen. Gotta get my rosters and stat sheets moved here, so I've got everybody moving the right way. 7-0 in favor of the Eagles. Carlsbad putting on some pressure, though, here in the second half. Trying to get it to Bana in the middle of the field. It'll get away from him, come all the way across the pitch. He'll back kick it in, and it'll be Hobbs' ball. Is that a bouncer into the middle? Intercepted by the cavemen. Then over to the near side with Fierro. And Fierro going to just kick it away. And a sub coming into the ball game for the Eagles as Alex Gamez will check back in. So a throw in for the Eagles over on the far side, deep inside their own end of things. But well in control of this one. And on the throw in off the head of one of the cavemen And then back over, and that'll be a squirter that folds through. Fighting for it. Hobbs is there to take it. Over to the far side with Sanchez. Getting bodied off by King. Slides it back, and then King will take it away and start it back the other way for the Cavemen. Carlsbad sending a 5th attacker up on Hobbs. And out off of an eagle head, and a throw-in for Carlsbad, far side. 9 minutes gone here in the second half. Hobbs has been in control of this one. They've yet to score here in the second half, but haven't really been trying either. And Sanchez gets plowed, no call. And Carlsbad will continue, and a long shot on as De La Cruz just going to watch that one over the head and out. So it'll be a goal kick for Hobbs. 10 minutes gone here in the second half. Well, Hobbs can afford to play conservatively here in the half. The Eagles with a mixture of starters and some younger players in the match here. I like that. Coach Marquez getting some other players' experience. You never know when you might need them, as that's a bouncer. Hobbs off of the head, coming over with it. Sanchez taking it up the right side and tries to sweep it over, but just out of his reach as he was under pressure from the backside. And so now it'll be a kick for the Cavemen. Or they're going to say corner kick for Hobbs. So it'll be a corner kick for the Eagles. Coming over to the northeast corner. To send it in will be Galindo for Hobbs. Galindo with an assist in this match. So he'll send it in for the Eagles on the attack. On the header, and that one is going to find its way through everybody. Then onto the foot, and a slow roller in, as one of the Eagles managed to get a lane and send it through. But the stop made by Carlsbad. Back out to the midfield. Hobbs and Carlsbad battle on the far side. This one has been all Hobbs. So into a little soft spot. And Carlsbad just going to have to watch that one go, as the midfielder on that side not able to corral it. So Hobbs will go back on the attack with 28:50 plus whatever stoppage happens here in the first half. We had a lot of stoppage time, almost 5 minutes of stoppage time in the first half. I don't know that we'll see that much in the second half. And out and off of an Eagle. Oh, goes over the head of everybody, as now Carlsbad trying a little chip and chase. It'll come back to the Eagles, and that's Galindo. Gets a screen, and he'll just move it through. Hobbs is going to settle it down on the far side. Then back to the keeper. That's De La Cruz, who will come near side. Hobbs sliding it forward. Villalobos on the run and kicked out by a Carlsbad defenseman. So the throw in now for Galindo. He'll toss it in. It'll find its way through onto the foot. One of the Eagles, Sanchez, with a long bouncer going in. And a save made by the Cavemen. Hobbs hasn't really been pressing their attacks. But you still want to play it the best you can. You don't want to embarrass your opponent, but you do want to play as good as you can. So now back the other way for the Cavemen. A bouncer, a long shot put in by Castillon. It's their 8th shot on goal. None of them have found their way through yet. So Hobbs with Sanchez moving back in the midfield. He'll send one over on the far side. And running up, trying to get it. The Eagles corralling, controlling. And it'll go out of the backside, and it'll be a corner kick for Hobbs. Should be. And it will be over on the far side. On that corner kick, it'll be Camacho, who started the scoring parade for the Eagles 6 minutes into the first half. 26 minutes remaining, plus stoppage here in the match. So Camacho Waits to center it up. He'll send it in. It finds its way through, and then a kick. That one will be high, and it is off the post. And off the rebound, Hobbs not able to control it. As back the other way come the Cavemen. They've got numbers. 3-on-2 break coming back into the center of the pitch. Then just a little slow roller in and sliding over is De La Cruz to make the stop. And Hobbs sends it quickly back in. And on the defense, Carlsbad hits it now on the throw and whistle on Hobbs. Minor infraction. So Hobbs was trying to get the throw and run on that one. And so it'll be a free kick from approximately midfield for the Cavemen. 25:45 remaining in regulation. So the throw in for Castillon. So he'll toss it in and it'll get over everybody. Ooh, Hobbs with a little miscue on it. As just having to come over and swat that one away is Astorga, as he misread that one. Bouncing off the turf and pressure coming in from King. So now Carlsbad going to keep up the pressure. They want to get at least one on the board as a little header out. Hobbs dribbles it around and then back out towards the midfield. And off the pitch coming through. And over. Eagle faithful saw an explosion of offense in the first half. We've seen more of a defensive struggle here in the second. And that's to be expected. Hobbs is not calling off the dogs, but getting some younger players, some experience, and Carlsbad going to continue to fight as hard as they can. Into the middle, trying the centering pass, turn around, and a race for it as De La Cruz collides with the Caveman and will send it out of danger for the moment. And a slide job by one of the Cavemen on the far side will send it out. It'll be a throw-in for the Eagles. 24 minutes and change remaining here in regulation. Hobbs in control, 7-0. Thanks for being with us tonight. Hobbs Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com. I'm TJ Miracle. Great to have you with us this evening. So Hobbs going to be content. You got to think at some point they may put a little more pressure on, and there's another bouncer. That could be trouble for the Cavemen. Hobbs will get to it if they can settle it down quickly. That is Castillon. He gets blasted from behind, no call, and then Carlsbad just going to have to kick it away. And on the bounce, Carlsbad takes a little bit of a bounce and will get it back. Sorry, again, I apologize about the camera work. The arm's getting a little bit tired, the old Mark I tripod. I guess I'll start carrying the phone tripod with my emergency gear. I thought I had it, but I did not. So Hobbs coming back on the attack into the middle with Villalobos. He'll slide it over. Comes into the middle, trying to find a little room in the middle. Not going to, and it'll be a kick out on the far side. And it should be Hobbs throw in. It will be. I'll set the camera down a moment.
Good stop, Sheriff.
Continue to tell you what I see. So Hobbs throw in. There we go. Camera back up. Didn't miss a thing. The Eagles taking their time as another sub coming in for Hobbs. That'll be Fabian Segovia, the freshman. So Segovia will check in for Brandon Almanza. Seeing a little varsity time here tonight. So on the throw-in far side, Hobbs will wind up controlling, but then an interception. Turnover at midfield. Hobbs will come back with Villalobos. Villalobos picks the pocket of one of the Cavemen. Now the Cavemen going to try and settle it down and start their attack up. Working on the far sideline. They'll find King. He tries the centering pass into the middle, off of the foot, and nice job defensively by the Eagles to take it away and then send it back down the pitch. Not a nice bouncer onto the near side as Carlsbad will come back with Medrano. Medrano centers it out at the 30-yard mark. Battle for it, and then a shot up and through the uprights, no good. And it'll be a free kick for Hobbs. Clicking down to the halfway mark of this second half. 7-0, Hobbs in the lead. Hobbs has taken 16 shots in this one, 7 of them finding the back of the net. As the ball will come back into De La Cruz in relief. Nice job by Diego Castanon in the first half. And now De La Cruz in to take things here in the second half. So free kick for the Eagles. As Hobbs will send this one down in a bouncing ball. Race for it. Caveman will get to it first and just have to send it out. So now Hobbs might try and ratchet the pressure up as we get to the halfway mark of this second half. Hobbs in control. So Hobbs, nice block shot on a hard kick through as Carlsbad blocking up the shooting lanes there. Taking it back and booting it out of harm's way, back down and out in the midfield. So as the clock continues to tick exactly now at the 20-minute mark. As the Eagles continue to just control it. And then another out, and that one goes rolling almost all the way down to the other end. The Eagles will go over and collect it. Of course, the clock definitely the Eagles' friend here. So on the throw-in, will find its way through into the left corner. Carlsbad and Hobbs battle over there for it. Still battling. Carlsbad will come away with it and just have to send that one out. They will control at the midfield, but then Hobbs sends a defender up to try and take it. In a battle for it. At about the 20-yard line, the 30-yard mark in soccer, and then out. It'll be Carlsbad ball. 19 minutes to go in regulation and a whistle. And we'll have a foul. And it'll be... Nope, not a foul, just a substitution. As Mason Fierro will check back in for the Cavemen. So Fierro, who got the start, he will come in, give Parker Hamill a chance to catch his breath for Carlsbad. Now into the middle. Trying to get it to Fierro. Hobbs will just send it right back out to the midfield. Attempted slide tackle. Hobbs comes away with it. Moving left side. Then a pickoff on the near side and kicked out by Soto. As Soto and Segovia battling. Throw in for Hobbs in front of the Caveman bench. So Hobbs will throw it in right on the sideline. And into the middle. This could be trouble. Two Eagles running through it as Sanchez gets bumped. Goes to the left wing. Fires it in towards the net and just wide. Alexis Sanchez trying to take it home. Get his second goal of the night. Shoots it just wide of the net. So a free kick for the Cavemen now. Hobbs has only taken 3 shots in the second half. They haven't needed to do much. Into the soft spot. And Carlsbad going to start their attack up the other way. There's a good battle over there as Villalobos will come through and just tackle the attacker for the Cavemen. Yeah, that'll be a penalty. It'll be a free kick for Carlsbad from at the 35-yard line on the football field, 45-yard marker, with 17 minutes remaining. Here in the second half, Hobbs in control, 7-0. Yeah, your eyes do not deceive you. It is 7-0 in favor of the Eagles. So a long set play now for the Cavemen as the head official tells the Cavemen, go ahead and send it. And a long one in, and that one is going to be easily grabbed by De La Cruz. De La Cruz, the sidearm sling back in, under pressure from the Cavemen, and yeah, that should be on Carlsbad. It should be a free kick for Hobbs. It will be. As Fabian Segovia gets blasted. And then blasting it back down the field. Hobbs trying to get a run in on it. Having to settle it down, coming to the middle. Sanchez, he will put it in on the assist and over on the deflection and in. Put the light in the lamp. The Hobbs Eagles score another one as Alex Gamez will have his second tally of the match. And it comes at the 24-minute mark of the second half. And the Eagles are rolling 8-0. So 8-0, Hobbs in the lead with 16 minutes exactly remaining in the match. Barring the soccer miracle of all miracles, the Eagles will improve to 11-5, 11-5-1 on the year. More importantly, 2-0-1 in district, while dropping the Cavemen to 2-15 and 0-2 in district. So some subs checking in for the Eagles. We'll have a number 1, and that is Diego Castanon checking in. So Diego, the goalkeeper, checking in to play a little defense now. Azael De La Cruz taking over in the cage. So 8-0, Hobbs in the lead, in control of this one. And that one will come back and out, and it'll stay Carlsbad ball in front of their own bench. As Jimenez Soto to throw in. Throw in, and it'll be bounced off of one of his compatriots. That's Jimenez. Juarez, and back in, and then out on the near side. So over to Carlsbad as they just kind of take turns on the throw-ins. It'll be Castillon waiting to toss it in. Castillon on the toss-in, gets it over everybody. He raced down to it. And Carlsbad tries to save it. Hobbs will save it. Back out. Now Castillon tries the centering pass, and that one will go wide of the cage and out. Free kick for Hobbs, under 15 minutes remaining. And one that Hobbs has dominated. Alex Gamez on a deflection. Hobbs putting on their first real pressure of the second half. And Gamez scores it just a couple of minutes ago. 14 and a half minutes remaining. Plus whatever stoppage time they put up. Can't imagine it would be a lot in a game like this. As on the free kick in. Bouncer, the Eagles trying to get to it, and that one will be out on the far side. And now they determine it's Carlsbad's ball. So Carlsbad will throw it in. 8-0, Hobbs in the lead, and a whistle. And it'll be a free kick for Hobbs over on the far side in the midfield. They'll send that one in. Carlsbad will settle it down midfield. And then do a little chip and chase of their own the other way, and that one kicked out over the bench and about 8 rows deep here into the home stands at Watson Stadium. And the JV players will come over and recover that one. So throw in with Castillon. Well, he throws it into the middle. And it'll come back his way and then out. And off of an Eagle. And Castillon immediately tosses right back in. Battle for it, trying to get it into the middle of the field. And Hobbs will just send it out of the backside with Gamez. So it'll be a corner kick for the Cavemen and Triskaidekaphobiacs of the world unite. 13-13 remaining on the clock. Tip of the hat to my friend and mentor Bob Hards. 13-13 on the clock. That's always been his line. So, Bob, that one's for you. So, corner kick now for the Cavemen, as Juarez will send it towards the net, and that one will be headed up and headed in. And so Carlsbad, with 12:35 to go, will put that one up and in. As soon as that young man turns around and I can catch his number, I will properly credit him with the goal. But the corner kick, that's really kind of been the most offense that they have had tonight. And that kid is yet to turn around where I can see him, where I can see his number. There were 2 or 3 in the neighborhood. There we go, as it'll be Carlos Medrano with the goal, and it comes at the 27:35 mark of the second, and we'll get the Cavemen on the board. Now 8-1, the Eagles in the lead. In control. Now they may pick the tempo up a little bit. You'd expect that since the shutout no longer an option. Let's go ahead and just see if we can put some more on the board. But now Carlsbad, they're going to continue to put it on the board at a long roller in, as De La Cruz will handle it, and the ball comes back out. So it's 1-1 in the second half, but it was 7-0 in the first. So Hobbs with the 8-1 lead and out. And they'll give it to Carlsbad for the throw-in. 11:40 remaining in regulation plus stoppage. Hobbs has it in the midfield, coming up on the right wing, settling it down on his foot. Thinking about the centering pass. Nifty little move is Sanchez. He'll just send it in on goal, and that one will be stopped. Sanchez with another stop. But he does still have a goal. As back down come the Cavemen. And out. And just an update for you from Wildcat Gym in Lovington. The Hobbs Lady Eagles victorious tonight. Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel. As Don Morgan there, as they won their match tonight 3-0 over Lovington, 25-13, 25-20, and then 25-18 the final. Thank you, Don Morgan, for sending that in. Again, I apologize about the camera work. Well, I can really only do one thing at once, I guess. Can't check the phone and run camera too. Again, I apologize for the technical difficulties this evening. And that one will be out and should be Hobbs' ball. 10 minutes, 20 seconds, plus whatever stoppage we have remaining. Checking in will be Parker Hamill. So Hamill into the match. Back in. Clock continues to move. Now 3/4 of this second half are done. And it'll be a free kick for Hobbs from back on their side of the midfield stripe. I'm going to go with a set play. Never know what might happen, as that one will come bouncing off the head of a Caveman. In between a Caveman and an Eagle, and then we'll bounce back to King, who will send it up and out at midfield. So out, another Hobbs throw-in. Of course, for tonight after Hobbs, they will be back here against Clovis. Start the second half of district. And will control their own fate. They're going 2-1 in the first half. Go over onto the far side, having a little trouble settling that one down is Castanon. Castanon stopped enough of them tonight. Now he may be trying to get one himself. He'll go into the deep right corner. Caveman will take it away from him. But right back there with Juarez, who tries to center it up and will, but onto the foot of an Eagle. So back to the near side with Sanchez, and that one going to be blocked away. Throw in for Hobbs from approximately the 30-yard marker, 20-yard line on the football pitch. So into Castanon, takes it into the middle. Now he's got it over to Sanchez. They attempt the slide. They'll steal it away. Castanon gets in there, and then it is going to be booted out of the back by Medrano. So it'll be a corner kick for the Eagles with 8.5 minutes plus stoppage remaining here in the ball game. And that went off of a Carlsbad head and all the way across the pitch, where Astorga will get to it. He battles with the Caveman over there. The Caveman slide tackle and out. And a corner kick again for Hobbs, this time from the opposite side, and sending that one into the middle. And that one is going to be just over the head, is having to get the foot up with Sanchez. And Carlsbad just going to try and clear it out and break the Hobbs pressure. Under 8 remaining in regulation. Hobbs in control, 8-1 at 1.7-0. They kind of called the dogs off in the second half, as you would expect. Got a lot of younger players, some varsity experience. Now Hobbs on the attack, once again coming into the middle with a look, putting it in and bouncing through, and yes, sir, light the lamp as Dominic Salas. He will light it up at the 33, or rather the 32-33 mark. So Dominic Salas with his first goal of the match. And now it is 9-1 in favor of the Eagles. So Salas, who's played solid on defense, coming up on the attack that time and putting that one in the back of the net. So Hobbs one away from a 10 spot. Pardon me. And they've gotten the goal back plus one, so now it's 2-1 in the second half in favor of the Eagles. 9-1 overall to Wattis in the middle of the pitch. As they'll send it down. And working to, that is Urquidez, and he'll send the centering pass over. Hobbs will just boot that one away and back out towards midfield, where it'll be a throw-in for the Cavemen. 7 minutes remaining, plus whatever stoppage time they put up. And a header out on the in. And a whistle. We'll have a sub check-in for the Cavemen. Is Derek Jimenez Soto back in for Carlsbad. And on the throw-in, comes over to Hobbs, then coming over to the near side and out. And back to Carlsbad. Second half just has not had a whole lot of flow to it. It's kind of what you expect. You're getting younger players in, and you've got one team that's focused a lot more on the attack than they were. Playing a lot more aggressive against a little bit younger players. So working it through. Carlsbad taking it up the right wing. Tries the centering pass, and that one is going to be off of a Hobbs foot and into the hands of De La Cruz. Now Hobbs will send it back out with Sanchez. So Sanchez, he sends a roller coming through and a push off on the far side. Hobbs getting to it, coming over. That is Almanza. Almanza in the deep left corner. Sends it back over. Hobbs going to try and put the pressure on. 5.5 remaining in regulation. Back out towards the midfield. Carlsbad clears. Centering pass off the foot of an Eagle. That's Almanza. And the Eagles just moving it through. Now coming to the near side with Gamez. Gamez on the roller, the bouncer. Carlsbad cage man comes out. That may be Nunez in the cage now. And back down. The Eagle faithful asking him for one more. And down. And it comes back out. We're gonna have a free kick for Carlsbad. 4.5 minutes to go in regulation, plus whatever stoppage time they put on it. The Eagles going to be, got to think, fairly content just to try and run this one out. Played the full match. Got a lot of kids' experience. That's a good thing. Better, Hobbs still controls their own destiny in the district race. District champion, of course, guaranteed a playoff spot. Hobbs is the defending 5A state champions after last year. So Hobbs back with it, going over to the far side. It's a 2-on-1 break, and just a slow roller in. Not able to get just a whole lot on that one over there was Salas, who did score earlier. As the Go Eagles chant start, and now a minor infraction on the hip check. Well, Hobbs will send it in, then over to the near side with Sanchez. Sanchez just sends one across and out of the back line. So back to the Cavemen. We click down to 3 minutes, 15 seconds to go. Free ball for Carlsbad. Checking in for the Eagles will be Luis Nunez. So he'll come into the ball game. The soccer match. So all Hobbs tonight, 9-1 is the score, under 3 to play. And taking their time on this free kick with Nunez. Nunez just slides it to the near side. Will be controlled by Ike Anderson. And out. As Urquidez battling one of the Eagles inside. And that Eagle was Matthew Mercado. And Carlsbad going to try and break down the other way. Move it around with Workman. And then King with a shot down the field. Hobbs takes it away, and they'll come back into the Carlsbad side of things, and then out of the reach of everybody, and back to the keeper, and 2 minutes remaining in this one, plus whatever stoppage time they put on it. And over, Villalobos gives chase, but can't come up with it. Throw in for the Cavemen. Hobbs will go to 2-0-1 in district. Should finish the first half in a tie with Roswell High for the district lead. So the Eagles still controlling their own fate. Carlsbad will drop to 0-3 in the district race. Hobbs 11-5-1 on the year. He won in district against Roswell High last time we were here. And a whistle as player down on the far side. Everybody's up, everybody's okay. Free kick for Hobbs. As we've got a minute 15 seconds remaining. Plus whatever stoppage they put on it. Hobbs trying to get into the middle. Urquidez bumps off one of the Eagles. And Workman to the middle. Brings it across and then loses it off of his foot into Brandon Almanza. Almanza starts it the other way. As we are down to under a minute left in regulation, plus stoppage time. Hobbs leading 9-1. So on the throw-in, Sanchez. Hobbs wouldn't mind getting that 10th tally on the board. Carlsbad going to do everything they can to keep that from happening. Almanza hands it off through the middle. Salas, then the bump, and put it in the back of the net. Light the lamp as the Hobbs Eagles, and I'm sorry, I think I missed that one. As the Hobbs Eagles will score it up again, as that'll be Almanza, Nathan Almanza, with about 10 seconds left. So at the 39:50 mark of the second, he has his 4th goal of the match. And the Hobbs Eagles dominate 10-1. And we are in extra time now, and they go ahead and kick this one off. So we are in extra time. And a long one down. Just corral that one, young man, is De La Cruz, who's done a nice job and is coming on in relief. And they did almost 5 minutes of extra time in the first half. We're at 30 seconds of extra now. Carlsbad going to take it back as a fight for it. And back out to the middle of the pitch, and now another bouncer is on the run. The Eagles trying to get to it. That is Salas taking it on the far side. Sleeps it out, and a slow roller that is going to go just wide of the cage. Salas wanting the penalty kick. He's not going to get it. They've let quite a few. They've let him play both ways. A little rough tonight. We are in the second minute of stoppage time, and that will do it. And the Hobbs Eagles dominate the Carlsbad Cavemen tonight. Our final score, Hobbs 10, Carlsbad 1. A quad tonight for Nathan Almanza. 2 in the first, 2 in the second. Great night for Almanza. Goals also coming for Salas, Alexis Sanchez, Juan Camacho, who started it off. Then Endrick Morales, and 2 in the back of the net for Alex Gamez. The Eagles will improve to 11-5-1 on the year, 2-0-1 in district. Carlsbad will fall to 2-15 and 0-3 in district. Thank you for being with us tonight and dealing with us as dealing with me as we've gone all through some of our technical issues. And yeah, we'll try and not have that again here at Watson Stadium or over at the gym. We'll try and get all that fixed. Big thanks to all those sponsors you see at the bottom of the screen. Thanks to Tiff and Evie, keeping an eye and an ear on things back at One Radio Square. I'm TJ Miracle saying so long from Watson Stadium. The Hobbs Eagles victorious tonight 10-1 over the Carlsbad Cavemen. This has been an exclusive presentation of New Wallmark Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Good night, everybody.